is not a ground to deny legal aid. Further, our framework extends beyond the traditional boundaries of legal assistance, embracing holistic and humanitarian approach that encompasses victims, witnesses, families of the accused. It is equally important to focus these initiatives in the right direction and tap into our student resource judiciously. The National Legal Services Authority workforce is of about 1 lakh professionals, patent lawyers, legal aid defense counsels, paralegal volunteers, and pro bono lawyers. Educational institutes have demonstrated their potential with over 1 lakh legal awareness programs successfully executed in the past 1 year alone. Yet the challenges and reality reflect the disconnect between the students and legal aid beneficiaries. For this, there are several reasons, which include interpersonal skills and trust deficit. The solution lies in thoughtful integration of law students into our existing frameworks, guided by the understanding that effective legal aid must be attuned to beneficiaries' needs and sensibilities. Students need targeted guidance, training and involvement in the larger cause of legal aid dispensation, moving beyond the silos of university clinics. From the grassroots legal aid to constitutional guardianship, our judicial system continues to evolve. The publication, Justice for the Nation, Reflections on 75 Years of the Supreme Court, captures this extraordinary journey through 20 insightful essays by distinguished jurists. From fundamental rights to federalism, from environment protection to inclusive justice, from basic structure doctrine to involving free speech jurisprudence, the essays span a remarkable breadth of a constitutional journey. This journey marks the story of constant reinvention, from traditional litigation to alternate dispute resolution, from paper briefs to digital filings, from physical to online, procedural registry to innovative solutions. Through these methods of unprecedented change and technological advancement, the Supreme Court has adopted and changed while firmly holding on to the foundational and core principles. Our strength lies not merely in our rich heritage, but our unwavering resilience to uphold the rule of law. Each new challenge tests our constitutional framework. The Court stands ready to adapt and respond while preserving essential principles that define our democracy. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for your profound words of wisdom. May I now request Dr. Justice to kindly share his reflections and thoughts on this special occasion.
Namaskar and very good evening. The Honorable President of India, Srimati Droupadi Murmu ji.
पेश है होस्टिंगर की ब्लैक फ्राइडे सेल। मैनेज्ड वर्डप्रेस होस्टिंग अब सिर्फ 139 रुपए प्रति माह से शुरू। हमारे सीमित समय ऑफर के साथ करें भारी बचत, पाएं मुफ्त डोमेन, मुफ्त एक्स्ट्रा महीने और मुफ्त ऑटो माइग्रेशन। एक्सेस फीचर्स जो वेबसाइट स्पीड और परफॉर्मेंस बूस्ट करें। कटिंग एज सिक्योरिटी टूल्स आपकी साइट सुरक्षित बनाए रखें। वर्डप्रेस एआई टूल्स के साथ अपनी वेबसाइट शुरू करें और पाएं एक्सपर्ट सपोर्ट जब आप चाहें। साथ ही पाएं 30 दिन की मनी बैक गारंटी। डिजिटल जगत में सफलता हासिल करें अब तक की सबसे बड़ी ब्लैक फ्राइडे सेल के साथ। होस्टिंगर.in पर आएं और अपना ऑफर क्लेम करें। 3-2 ऑनलाइन।
2024 marks the 75th anniversary of the establishment of the Supreme Court of India. To commemorate this occasion,
starting from zero in JavaScript can be harsh. Zero experience, zero clue, zero frameworks to rely on, $0 to pay for WebStorm subscription. Wait, what? Yep, WebStorm is now free for non-commercial use. So you could start from zero and make it all the way up to hero. You're welcome.
Of the 3 publications, one is a collection of essays which analyze the jurisprudence of the court since its foundation. My learned and distinguished brother Justice Sanjeev Khanna, my very dear and respected brother Justice Bhushan Gavai, and distinguished colleagues in the Supreme Court,
are moments of self-reflection,
the
both
Law
for the
Minister
Supreme
Shri
Court
Arjun
as
Ram
well as the
Mehwalji,
larger legal system.
judges
For
of the Delhi
any
High Court and the
institution,
Chief Justice of the Delhi
the
High
pursuit
Court,
of excellence
Senior Counsel,
necessitates the deliberate act
staff of the Supreme Court,
self-reflection.
members of the bar,
As part of this
and
process,
everyone present here today.
we
2024 marks the 75th anniversary of the establishment of the Supreme Court of India.
To commemorate this occasion,
bring us
the President unveiled a new flag as well as a new insignia for the Supreme Court earlier this year. Today, as a continuation of the celebrations,
for the future.
the President will release 3 publications of the Supreme Court
Serve as
which are of
valuable
seminal
tools for
importance.
judges, lawyers,
I am therefore honored to be addressing you
to
on this
ruminate
august
the direction
occasion.
the law has taken in the past.
It is well nigh impossible to understate the importance of the publications which are being released today.
Enable various actors
Of the 3
legal
publications,
including courts,
one is a collection of essays
authorities of the
which analyze the jurisprudence of the court since its foundation,
bodies.
while the remaining 2 are studies which assess the functioning of legal aid cells in universities
It is only
and the
after
state
understanding
of our
these
prisons.
problems accurately
All 3 publications are moments of self-reflection,
drafted and implemented.
both for the Supreme Court as well as the larger legal
The
system.
ground realities.
For any institution, the pursuit of excellence necessitates the deliberate act of self-reflection.
The hallmark of
As
all
part
these
of this
publications
process,
will be released today.
we must carefully assess our past and present
We have tried
and
to
use
find
what we
it all
extract to inform our actions in the future.
full and fair.
These
I
publications
must take this opportunity to
bring
thank
us deeply
the Honorable
rooted in the
President,
past
not only for
with the
accepting
ability to
our
confront the
invitation
challenges
to
of the present
but
and
also
look forward with
for her
optimism
stirring speech
for the
at
future.
Constitution Day celebrations in
While these
2000.
compendiums serve as valuable tools for judges, lawyers and citizens
and in particular undercharged,
to ruminate on the direction the law has taken in the past several decades,
kindled a conversation.
the reports provide valuable data and analysis
In one of the reports,
which will enable various actors in the legal system, including courts,
mapping
the legal services authorities at the national, state and district levels, and legislative bodies to better understand the nature of the problems which prevail at the grassroots.
by her.
It is only after understanding these problems accurately that appropriate, effective solutions can be crafted and implemented.
Different branches of the state
Without a clear picture of the ground realities,
guides us.
laws and policies will have limited impact and may even entrench existing problems. The hallmark of all these publications which will be released today is the element of transparency. We have tried to hide nothing at all, and our disclosure is full and fair. I must take this opportunity to thank the Honorable President not only for accepting our invitation to attend this function, but also for her stirring speech at the Constitution Day celebrations in 2022. On that day, the President highlighted the plight of prisoners and in particular under trials in our jails. The speech of the President kindled a conversation at the Supreme Court and culminated in one of the reports being released today. It is titled Prisons in India, Mapping Prison Manuals and Measures for Reformation and Decongestion. This report is a result of the President's vision, and it is but appropriate that it is being released by her. Thank you, Honorable President. I dare say that this is an example of what can be achieved when different branches of the state and the head of state guides us in a common constitutional goal. This report analyzes the prison manuals of all states and union territories and tests its provisions on the touchstone of the Constitution. It also examines the role of the district judiciary in adjudicating applications for bail, the use of alternative punishments for convicted persons, and their reformation, especially through open jails. The report deals with certain aspects of prisons that have seldom received institutional attention, such as menstrual equity and reproductive rights for female prisoners and de-addiction initiatives. One of the significant findings of the study was that the caste of prisoners often determine the work which they are allotted in jails, with inmates from oppressed castes being allotted tasks related to sanitation. As I recently held in my judgment in Sukanya Shanta versus Union of India, such provisions and practices are unconstitutional and are an affront to the dignity of prisoners. Holding that such discrimination cannot be brooked, my brother judges, Justice Jamshed Pardiwala and Justice Manoj Mishra and I, directed all states and union territories to amend their prison manuals such that caste-based discrimination is no longer practiced or permitted. Instrumentalities of the state will no doubt find the report useful while framing policies in relation to prisons. The second report which is being released today is titled Legal Aid Through Law Schools, a report on the working of legal aid cells in India. Legal aid clinics are meant to perform two equally crucial functions. They are aimed at supplementing the state's legal aid programs as well as developing the skills of law students. Above all, it is intended to develop their social ethos. In the process, it is hoped that they inculcate a sense of service to society in each generation of lawyers. It is therefore essential for the legal community to direct its attention to legal aid clinics and ensure their proper functioning. Our report is a much needed step in this direction. While other published studies on this topic surveyed fewer than 15 clinics in law schools, a whopping 83 cells, legal aid cells, participated in the survey undertaken by the Center for Research and Planning for the purpose of this report. I wholeheartedly compliment the talented group of young lawyers and professionals who have done exemplary work in the Center for Legal Research and Planning. The findings of the study will doubly be valuable because of the large sample size. The report highlights over 17 areas for the improvement of legal aid clinics. For instance, it finds that more than half of the legal aid cells accessed have not engaged advocates to supervise and assist the students. It also found that legal literacy was the main focus of most clinics and that assistance in the form of legal advice or drafting of court documents was rarely, if ever, provided. Most of these insights can be addressed by law schools without external assistance. Even those legal aid cells which have not participated in the survey stand to benefit from the report. Last but not the least, we will be releasing the book Justice for the Nation, Reflections on 75 Years of the Supreme Court of India. Former judges, eminent jurists, academics and lawyers have contributed to this volume of essays which critically analyzes key themes and trends in the jurisprudence of the Supreme Court. The essays cover numerous topics, ranging from the late Mr. Fali Nariman's discussion of preambular values to Dr. Upendra Bakshi's exploration of the limits of judicial review. Mr. Fali Nariman turned in his report on email to me just the afternoon before fate took him away from us. A number of chapters address the evolution of different fundamental rights, from those related to gender and disability to free speech and caste. I hope and really I am certain that this volume will catalyze a lively discussion amongst the public and the legal community on the role of the Supreme Court in our democracy. Before concluding, I extend my hearty congratulations to the Center for Research and Planning, the administrative staff, the support staff, and to everyone else who contributed to these publications in different capacities. Your tireless work has resulted in the quality publications which we will now release this evening. I also thank the Honorable President of India once again. Namaste.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable and well-meaning insights. Like always, your views shall continue to resonate with each one of us. We shall now witness the formal release of 3 publications. I request Srimati Droupadi Murmu, Honorable President of